Hi everyone, Whitney English here for She Knows, and we are in Coto de Caza, California. That's right, the stomping ground of the Real Housewives of Orange County. And we have had the privilege of being invited into Vicki Gunvalson's home.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having us here. So how does it feel to have the season wrapped?
Oh, it feels great. I was ready for it to wrap 2 months before it actually did. I was kind of done this year. It was a lot of heartache, a lot of tears, a lot of fighting with some of the women, and I just don't want to be part of that anymore. It was a tough season for me.
Are you saying this will be your last season?
It might be. It might be. We have to stay tuned.
What will determine whether you stay or go?
Probably the financial reason. I mean, there's really no other reason to stay on a reality show unless it's worth it financially, and it hasn't been so far. Those of you who think a reality show is paying a lot of money, it's not. It actually cost me money by doing the show.
Since the show has wrapped and since your divorce, has that made you rethink the time you spend at work? Are you thinking of spending more time at home?
Well, I can't put any hours less in at work. In order for me to be successful, I have to put the time in. If I wanted to work 20 hours a week, then I don't live like this, and I want a nice life. I want to have money in the bank, I want to have a nice home, and it requires 60 hours a week.
You seemed pretty upset by what Donn had to say on the reunion. Have you guys talked since that aired?
You know, Donn's hurt. Donn knew very well that I was filing. I told him a week before. The fact that he got served at the work was a surprise, but he knew what I was filing. So yeah, we've talked about it, and we're getting through it. It's tough.
What do you think led up to the estrangement, you two growing apart?
It was just a lot of pressure doing the show. I think, you know, when you look at your life as a pie, I've got the show, which takes up so much time, and then I've got my work and my kids, and then I didn't give Donn enough time, and I'm guilty of that. Any woman that doesn't give their marriage time, it's going to fail, or any man.
At the start of the season, you and Tamra were having a lot of problems, but you reunited and your friendship seemed strong.
Right.
Is it still?
Yeah, we're really good friends. I just talked to her a half hour ago, and yeah, we're there for each other. She's, you know, it's not easy being on a reality show. It's much harder than I ever thought it was going to be, and it seems to be getting harder and harder the longer you stay in it. So she's going through issues and struggles right now with being on it, and so am I. So there comes a time where we talk all the time. It's like, what are we doing this for again? It's hard.
Tamra and Gretchen have had a lot of issues. It seemed that they made up in the end, but then on their one-on-ones, they continue to criticize each other. Do you think they'll ever be able to actually make amends?
I don't think they'll ever make amends. I think there's too much damage. There's no reason to make amends. I mean, Tamra's 42 years old, she has 4 children. Gretchen is 10 years younger, she has no children. There's really no reason. I mean, I consider it this, they work together and that's it. And when they get off the show, which will happen one day, they will never speak. There's no reason to.
So mostly, you're forced to be together. Who's actually friends? You and Tamra?
Tamra and I are friends, and Peggy. Okay. I don't see Peggy very often. I know Tamra and Peggy talk more than probably anybody. It's just because of my time. I choose to, you know, not socialize a lot during the day, and at night I've got a lot of my friends that are off camera that I choose to spend a lot of time with. So
besides the show, you have a new book. Why don't you tell us about that?
I wrote a book called More Than a Housewife, and it really was prompted to me by my viewers. They had so many questions for me about how did I get in the business, how I was raised, a little bit about the show, a lot about finances and how to set your goals and have a purpose. And it's just, I self-published it, Woohoo Productions. I'm really proud of it. People are emailing me back and say it changed their life. And so it's available on my website, and you know, I just encourage you, if it's a good summer reading book.
Well, Vicki, thank you so much for inviting us into your home.
Welcome.
It has been a pleasure, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Whatever you decide to do.
My new chapter of my life, right?
Yes.
Good. Thanks so much.
Woohoo!